Good morning. It's Monday, July 11th. You're in zone 5B in my front garden, and these are gladiolus that are coming up from last year. Corms I had left in the ground. It was a multicolored mix. Lots of thrips last year. Even earlier this year, the extras that I had put in, I ripped up because of the thrips issue, but now they are looking good, and I believe that the white here on this purple one is just because it is newly emerging, and not, please Lord, not because thrips had gotten to them. They're looking very clean. These ones are ones that are just right up against my wall. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 blooms that will come out. The first, I should move it over here. There we go. The first 6 are starting to peek out. And yeah, it's just looking lovely. So what I need to do is I have to wait until at least 2 of these are open. And then once those 2 are open all the way, then I'll harvest the whole stem, and I'm keeping that for myself. Like, how great is that? We also have some of them here already have their little bloom spikes. You can see they just look really lovely. There's a multiple different colors in here. I think some of these guys that are just starting to show us what color they're going to be. These are probably going to be yellow. And this one over here is definitely yellow. So I've got 2 that are really starting to show me their color. The rest of the lawn is a complete mess. Definitely germinating better under the mats as my little experiment here. I added some compost on the top. We've got, let's see, yeah, just very, very sad lawn here. Here we go. Here are some additional flowers that were coming up. A lot of zinnias are coming up. This coleus I got from the store, and I have been watering these sort of furiously the last couple of days, and they are still unhappy. These were not Proven Winners brand, and I've been having better luck with things that are Proven Winners brand. A little bit of lantana is in there. I mean, we're talking, these things they're still tiny. I bought these as small plants, but they pretty much died back and then started to grow back. Let's see, we got a couple little snapdragons. There's a white dianthus in the back. So yeah, so this mulched up. The heat yesterday, it was 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Today it's going to be about 80 Fahrenheit. So we'll see what happens with these. What else did I pop in here? So I just got a couple of dwarf morning glories that were already growing, as well as some pina colada lantana. Popped those in here in the front. I decided to just pop in a few parsley seeds and see if I could get some parsley, because I actually need some. Dianthus that had died back, and that I had cut back, and it's blooming again. This is a cafe, it's called a Cafe Supertunia. It is the Supertunia latte. And really enjoying it. It's definitely starting to grow in the heat. Yeah, I just like it. You know, it's not the usual colored flower that you see. Here's some more of the lantana, along with a bit of morning glory in there that we'll see what it does. They were tiny, kind of tiny blue morning glory flowers. The morning glory in my backyard is blooming, and really starting to grow and trail. I would say I've got some pieces that are about 1.5 feet long, and I know that it's going to just keep going from there. These are really, seriously, look at that. I love gladiolus, and the thrips are just so rough to deal with when you get them. This is a bee's knees petunia that I picked up maybe 2 weeks ago and popped here into this planter. You know, on the advertising that, boy, it just goes like nuts. So we'll see. It's, you know, it's doing okay. I would say it's about the same size as it was when I bought it, just flapping out a little bit more to spread out. But you know, pretty, and I'm very curious to see what it does. Hopefully all the heat just makes it a real winter as we start getting into the summer more. I mean, as I said, there's only a couple of days thus far this year that have been like real killer hot, and I know the petunias will like that. All right, and these are plain old white petunias. Like, they would have been $2, but Lowe's gave them to me for Mother's Day. How nice was that? So they started as, you know, just those little like 2-inch pots, and now look at them, really doing great. I had tucked a zinnia seed in here, so that is still growing, and I'm curious to see whether it is going to do anything. After that, I don't think there's any other seedlings that had been tucked in here. I think that's the only one. Yep. And then here, this is a sunflower, I think, that I had just tucked in, and I think that's the only one in there as well. Yep. I did fill these up with sand on the top. I put like a 1/2 inch or so of sand on the top of the soil after I had planted them. Oh wait, there is another one. Okay, I think there is a little zinnia popping through here as well. Just because this year I just had this habit of I would just pop seeds into things because I did not believe that things would actually grow, and then lo and behold, they are growing. And then you sit there and you're going, okay, now I've got zinnias coming up like truly in the middle here, so I hope it does well. All right, but yeah, these little petunias, even though I've come through and deadheaded them once or twice, but not really religiously or anything like that, you know, just a bit, but they are still pushing out these blooms, so yeah, happy with that. Thanks for joining me, and if my nephew Kyle is watching, I love you, hun.